We played a lot of Red Dead Redemption back in the day.
Let's make small talk.
Red Dead Redemption came out in 2010 to critical acclaim the first quarter of 2010.
It had grass.
May 15th, 2010.
Right.
Our field trip to the Art Thing Deer Path Park. It's raining. Tristan couldn't go because he forgot the permission slip. And this is supposed to be like the greatest field trip of the year in 8th grade.
Of course.
So we're busy. You weren't there.
No,
You were not
I'm
there.
concurring with you.
No, you don't know at all because it's for 7th and 8th graders, and you left in 5th grade. So
I did do that.
Don't try to relate to me.
But
Only the fellas can relate to me.
Because they went to Hampton. Every single one of them went to Hampton.
So anyway,
Look at you fellas.
the field trip was blah, blah, blah. We go and look at all this art, this wilderness. We hung out in the woods and made fun of Constantine.
I found a plant.
Constantine is the closest thing you can get to Sandal from Dragon Age Origins in real life.
He found a plant. He found a plant, and he brought the plant to us, and it was like,
We ended up
"I
chasing
found a
him.
plant."
We ended up chasing him around the park until he went into a fetal position crying.
I remember that.
Dark times. Anywho, so the whole time we're just thinking of Red Dead, this fantastic game. We're gonna live in the Grand Canyon. The map is gonna be so big. We're gonna hog tie people
Joe and throw him in
into
the river. The Rio Grande, that is.
Yeah, we thought Red Dead would be everything west of the Mississippi, because when we were younger, we didn't research games. We fantasized about them and then made that fantasy reality.
Of course.
And then we're harshly disappointed. Anyway,
Every time.
we got this game during the period that we were a gaming clan and that we hated modders.
Mm-hmm.
So we would fight these people all the time. People with modded weapons, people with invincibility and
Right.
all that.
We despised the modders. Wasn't our what's it called?
Our motto.
Our motto was like, no wait, that was Stand United, Fall Alone.
Yeah, our motto was Stand United.
But we were against modders very heavily.
Yeah, we fought them tooth and nail in that game. I remember the most epic battle. We had a full-flown battles. Like, I'm talking, remember the Alamo, Armadillo, Blackwater sort of battles. We had headquarters, by the way, in Torquemada.
Yeah. Torquemada.
So,
No one messed with
this
us
battle,
at our headquarters.
This battle was in the outskirts of Armadillo. The way it worked is there were the two ridges. The ridges were horizontal, Armadillo was on the outside, and we came from Armadillo. We were pursuing these people for whatever reason, and they took up the ridge and they were on cover, and we were taking cover on the opposite ridge. And it was basically a gunfight across a giant valley where we could only see each other with our snipers and buffalo rifles.
Right.
And it lasted for at least 2 real-life hours. We were just fighting.
It was very long.
I don't remember who was there except for Tristan and T. I remember there were way more people.
There was a lot.
Most of
I
us
was
were
there.
in the battle. And
By the way, for you fellas, that's 120 minutes.
there you go.
Math. It gets you smarter, I guess.
To put into perspective, this is a 10-minute show. Think of watching 12 of these episodes. In the time that takes, we had just concluded an epic battle that decided everything.
In a few weeks, you'll be able to do that. Watch 12 in a row.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
This is episode 4.
You should do that.
I also remember all of the times we fought for control of Blackwater.
Oh my god. Every single time, not every time we got in the game, but like every time we had a session of just like a lot of that game, we went to Blackwater and we took it back.
Point, we would just
We took it back.
there were modders that had
It was always taken over.
towards the end
We
of
took
the
it
life of Red Dead. There were modders that had
Vertibrator.
like an automatic buffalo rifle mod. That was the thing that made me the saddest.
Oh, man,
I wanted to cry.
We fought a posse being the name of a Red Dead squad, for those of you who don't play. 8 people with modded rapid-fire buffalo rifles. Buffalo rifles are single shot, 2 hit kill, 1 anything above the pectorals.
You will die.
The nips.
And it took a long time to reload. I think it
Right.
took like 3 whole seconds, if not 5 whole seconds, just to reload it. So to have an automatic one in a game with otherwise semi-automatic and single-fire guns put you at a huge advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And we fought them tooth and nail in this single urbanized setting. Most cities in this game were just like typical Dodge City Western sort of saloon in the single road. But this was an actual city.
It's like it's like
Paved
what you
roads.
might imagine.
They were paved
works.
roads.
It had a car that no one drove, but it had a
There
car
were
in the...
That you'd have to
buildings.
in the campaign. You could crank the engine for it.
Yeah.
Not wooden buildings, but like
brick
buildings, like tall ones.
So we would be on the rooftop
Kinda.
sniping these people, and they would be phasing through buildings with their modliness. We'd be sprinting through the
their
alleys.
modliness.
Yeah, fighting for hours.
That is a
end.
great word. Their modliness.
It sounds like a thing like
They're not modest.
the king of the modders would be
Definitely not
your
modest.
modliness.
A motley crew. Bang bang.
That's what they were. John has seen infinity.
Have we ever had an occasion where people took Torquemada?
No,
never.
Every time we played that game,
Torquemada is the most easily defendable position in any video game.
Because you have to ride all the way up and then around, and we have the high.
And
point the whole
meanwhile,
time.
there is broken buildings acting as cover the
Right.
entire way.
Right.
Making it so you can't bring a carriage, and horse riding is very inconvenient.
You can't go quickly.
Meanwhile, we are in our buildings sniping you.
Right. We have the high ground. We have
never
pretty
lost
good
Torquemada.
visibility.
We can literally see you from miles away.
now
I can see.
we
for
have
miles and miles.
taken Torquemada.
Yes.
Taken
there have been very
Never
minor,
lost it.
very limited occasions where we joined a game and people were
Minor
in it.
skirmishes.
Most people, I don't think most people knew about Torquemada.
Yeah, 'cause
it was almost always abandoned when we weren't in it, except for maybe 2 situations. But there was the time that we beat someone with an invincibility mod.
I don't know about this.
It was me, T, and either John or Axel.
I don't remember the
It was
invisibility.
very late into Red Dead's history, like right before GTA 5 was announced. And this person could not be killed. But
Okay.
what we did, we just kept getting at him. It was a war of attrition until he quit. And that, by the way, that is Red 16 9 iron standards of victory. When the opponent leaves the game,
We win.
You win.
I can say
We
with
don't
full
leave.
confidence that we are better than every single person who has ever played that game. I am dead serious. We were masters of Red Dead Redemption.
I wasn't. I'm terrible at video
I have
games.
never been better at any game than I was at Red Dead Redemption. Get me, T, and Tristan and John. We could take on any opponent in that game. Put us in any scenario, we will win. We don't own the game anymore except for John, but that is a challenge.
I own it.
Send us the game.
That double action revolver. I was a boss with that double action.
Give me the Lamont revolver and the Buffalo rifle. Also, mail me the game, and
The
I
Henry
will take
repeater.
you on.
That's what it was. Wait, was it the Henry repeater that had a lot of bullets in it?
That was the something carbine. It was
No,
the
the repeater carbine.
I remember.
no, that was the first gun. It started with an E. It had 22 shots.
Oh,
in it.
I remember that.
That's the one that I
It was the
liked.
last repeater that you got.
That was ridiculous.
What was it,
It was
called?
so
That's
good.
gonna bug me.
Well, I remember Axel and I were arguing because he didn't want me to ride the white horse, and
Oh, yeah,
I
we were
wanted
arguing
to ride
over
the
the
white
mounts.
horse. So you suggested that we have an old-fashioned Western shootout at Torquemada, and wah. I cheated.
Really?
You cheated?
I aimed beforehand.
Axel, if you're watching this, you deserve that horse.
I made sure my reticle was right on his face, so I could just bang headshot. We were supposed to use the
Smart, though.
the first pistol that we
Yeah,
had.
it's smart.
Yeah,
I remember
he was very upset.
I can't emphasize enough how seriously we took being a clan. We had initiations in Red Dead Redemption.
I was about to talk about this.
Every friend in real life, Tom and Joe, and Jake Hill. Those are the only 3.
Yeah.
We would make them go to the Mason-Dixon Bridge, which is a bridge over a swampy river. We would make them go onto the trestle part of the bridge. I believe that's what it's called. I don't know.
Something.
And we're basically, you can't
part-
get back up onto
yeah.
the bridge, but you could fall down into the water and die, because you
Alright.
can't swim in that game. So we would make them,
All my
Which is so
stuff.
dumb.
Buddy, keep going.
we can make them box a senior member of the clan, and if they beat 2 out of the 3 of us, they're in. So of course, they
Joe
all
lost.
fail. Being
Joe
masters
lost so
of the
many
game,
times.
we would win so much that we would feel pity and let them in anyway, just because they were our buddies and they couldn't beat us. Basically, the initiation was a way for us to fill our ego with how good we were at the game.
One time, Joe and I went to John Marston's house. We went up into the
Oh yeah, you could go
upstairs
inside.
area.
How did you
Until
get
they
through
patched
again?
it. You had to jump through the window.
Yeah, the window. So we went up there and we just started boxing like crazy.
I remember that.
We were beating each other up
in the attic. That was the mosh pit of Marston's house.
I remember that it was Axel, Joe, and I, and we knocked Joe out of the house, and he was like, "Come on, guys, let me back in," and we wouldn't let him. We would keep punching him, and he would fall out as he came in, and we were just laughing. We were just making fun of him the whole time. Come on, Joe, why can't you come in here? You're not letting me.
The last thing we'll talk about for Red Dead, I'll let John talk about it because you didn't get a lot of time to speak, is us going outside of the map. You could talk about it.
Going outside, I think we spent the most time, not the most time, but at least half of our time.
My favorite part.
In Red Dead, not even on the map.
Yeah.
We took our horses, we rode up a secret place, which they patched. Thanks, Rockstar!
Red Dead updated every glitch that wasn't an exploit, meaning it was not consequential. It was just for
fun.
And we went to a place that we called Voodoo Land.
Yeah.
Now, Voodoo Land, this place,
mystical place
was mystical. It was phenomenal.
Bang.
There was a river of poop.
It was literally a river. He's not exaggerating.
It was literally just a river.
It was dirty poop brown.
And it was brown. You could go inside it and you wouldn't die. You wouldn't drown in the poop river, even if you drowned in regular water.
Rather, you would be sent to Voodoo Land. If
you would be sent to the depths of Voodoo Land, which is an endless
just
fall.
Spin around and everything's all trippy.
Yeah, you got trippy lights going all over. And then suddenly you would appear back where you started.
And then you tumble back
in. If you were unlucky.
Endless voodoo loop.
Yeah.
The voodoo loop.
That's happened to me. I started doing that long after you guys went up. And I fell. You guys were like, "Hey, the ground looks kind of weird. Why don't you go over to it?" I'm like, "All right, jump, fall. You left me."
He'd pop back up, tumble back down, over and over again, and we just like kill him.
And you left me behind. So you went on to Smoky Mountains. The
Smoky Mountains?
No, the White Mountain. I forget what we had the name for it.
That was a different place. That was a different.
No, that was the other side of the map. That was the northern.
That was where you could actually go.
Everything we described was the southernmost side. The northernmost side was Arctic and had a river. We would throw Molotovs at ourselves so that we would swim, we'd float and not drown, and have competitions to see who could float the longest. I remember I had one of my only actual fights with T in that place. We actually
like an actual argument.
He wouldn't stop killing me, and I got so angry that I started yelling at him, calling him names, and he started making fun of me, which got me angrier.
That's
one
of
the only times. That's one of the only times I've been put in that situation. So I muted him. I got kicked from the party. We just kept killing each other. It was intense.
Wow.
Anyway, that's all the time we have. 12 minutes. Yeah, thank you for watching, liking, commenting, fellas. We have so many stories to tell about Red Dead. We play that game so much, but only so little time. Ben, you can end the episode.
John's never heard of a heater, and Zach is cold.
Oh my god, I'm really cold. Can someone turn the heater on, please?
What's a What? What's that?
Just turn it on. It heats up the room. Put the heater. I'm freezing.
Wait, there's a device that heats up a room?
It's called a heater. You buy it.
Wait. I have been living in 50 degrees in my house in the summer.
That is unfortunate.
In the winter, it's like 20. There's something called a heater that heats your house.
There's one right behind you. In fact, there's one right there behind the camera. Yeah, that's actually...
My whole life is a lie! See you next week.
Hey there fellas, it's Zach again. Thanks for watching that video. You can watch some more of our stuff or go to our Twitter and Facebook pages by clicking on the annotations. Subscribe if you haven't already to join the fellowship. See you next time fellas, have an awesome day.